I'm Saeed Sultan Al-Samahi, grade 11-1, and today I'm going to teach the 5-number summary. The 5-number summary objective. What is the 5-number summary? The 5-number summary consists of Q1, Q2, Q3, smallest value in the data, and largest value in the data. Let's start with Q2. What is Q2? Q2 is known as the median. So it is the middle value, the median, the middle value in a data. So Q2 is the median or the middle value in the data. What is Q1? Q1 is the middle value between the first set of data and the median. So middle value from the smallest till Q2. And what is Q3? Q3 is the middle value from Q2 till largest value. And here we come to the smallest value. The smallest value is as you can tell, it is the smallest value in the data. The smallest value in data. And the same goes for the largest value. The largest value in a data. So this is the 5-number summary. Q1, the middle value from the smallest till Q2. Q2 is the median or the middle value in a data. Q3 is the middle value from Q2 till the largest number. And the smallest value is the smallest value in a data, and the largest value is the largest value in a data. So here is an example. We have a set of numbers that consists of 10 numbers. First, to make it easier, by the way, it should be, if the values aren't arranged, we should arrange it from the smallest to the largest, as it is arranged here. So now let's find Q2, the median. How we find the median? We remove the smallest value and the largest, and then the smallest, the largest, the smallest, the largest, the smallest, the largest. Now we are between two numbers that we cannot cancel out. So what we do, we take the average of these two numbers. So Q2 is the average of 11 plus 14 over 2, which is equal to 25 over 2, which is equal to 12.5. Now as we took Q2, now we should find Q1. What is Q1? Q1 is the middle value from the smallest value till Q2. What is so we repeat again. Let's consider 12.5 as 14. So we remove 2, we remove 12.5. We remove 3, we remove 11. Now we are between 6 and 9. So again, we take their average. So Q1 is 6 plus 9 over 2, which is equal to 15 over 2, which is equal to 15 over 2, which is equal to 7.5. Now we go to Q3. Now to find Q3, we consider the median as 11 because we don't have 12.5. So we repeat it again. We remove 11, we remove 23, we remove 14, we remove 19. Now we are stuck between 17 and 18. So again, we take the average. If we weren't stuck between two numbers, we take the only number that is left. So Q3 is 17 plus 18 over 2, which equals to 35 over 2, which equals 17.5. So now we find the smallest value, which is, as we can see, 2. And we find the largest value, which we can see as 23. Now how do we represent the five number summary? We open a bracket, we start with the smallest value, 2, and then Q1, 7.5, and then Q2, 12.5, and then Q3, 17.5, and then the largest value, 23, and we close the bracket. And here is the 5 number summary. Now we are going to discuss the point of outliers. So as we got the 5 number summary in the data set in the previous example, we arrange them to smallest value, Q1 7.5, Q2 12.5, Q3 17.5, and 23 largest value. What is outliers? Outliers is numbers that is larger, that aren't common in the data. It means either larger than expected, or smaller than expected. How do we calculate the outliers? First, we should calculate the interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. It is the range between the quartiles, so it is equal to Q3, as we have it here, 17.5 minus 7.5, which equals 10. So now as we got the interquartile range, after we got the interquartile range, how do we calculate the outliers? Calculating the outliers is from 2 equations that you should memorize. The first is Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. So for which is equal to Q1 7.5 minus 1.5 times 10, which is equal to 7.5 minus 15, which is equal to minus 7.5. And the second equation is that Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR, which is equal to Q3 17.5 plus 1.5 times 10, which is equal to 17.5 plus 15, which is equal to 32.5. As we can see, the outliers is any number from 32.5 and larger, and any number from minus 7.5 and smaller. So here the smallest value is 2, so it is not an outlier, and the largest value is 23. So this data of number does not have any outliers.